10 Best Luxury Car Interiors on Sale in 2021. BMW Alpina B7. The standard BMW 7 Series is already a top-of-the-range luxury sedan with all the technology and features that Beemer can cram into it, but if that's not enough, Alpina will add an extra dose of both comfort and speed on top. Getting the Alpina treatment means every aspect of the car is refined and reworked, including the cabin. Hand-stitched Nappa leather seats are fitted, each with a plethora of heating and massage functions. The steering wheel uses a different, even more expensive leather, called Lavellina. Even the control elements are fitted with ceramic inserts, to maximize the feel of craftsmanship around the car. Pagani Huayra. A car as expensive as the Pagani Huayra, some might think, should automatically come with the most expensive interior money can buy. But, often, with hypercars, that's not the case, as the quest for weight saving and ultimate performance often means that some can look very barebones inside. Thankfully, Pagani reserves that level of extremity for their special edition cars, and most Huayras come with a supremely comfortable cabin. It also has to go down as one of the most aesthetically pleasing of any modern car, as everything about it just screams timeless Italian design, right down to the exposed gear shifter. Lexani Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Mercedes Sprinter vans are more commonly seen delivering parcels or building supplies, but this one from Lexani is a little different. On the outside, it's relatively unremarkable, but that's by design. See, this is a vehicle for people who want to go unnoticed, and so it's deliberately subtle on the exterior. Inside is a totally different matter, as Lexani has done its best to imitate the cabin of a first-class private jet. There's room for a table, a huge TV, and even in some models, a bedroom. It's fair to say the Lexani is about as close to a private jet as anyone can get without actually taking off. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Rolls' first ever SUV was always going to be a money printer given the endless craze for big SUVs at the moment. However, it did mean that the company had a lot of expectations riding on the Cullinan when it debuted, and they certainly didn't disappoint. It's got all the traditional pomp and opulence of a stately home but wrapped up in a 563 horsepower 4x4. Since production began in 2018, it's been one of Rolls-Royce's strongest sellers, being a firm favorite with wealthy families and businessmen around the world. Bugatti Chiron. Another entry in the insanely expensive hypercars with nice interiors category, the Bugatti Chiron offers a unique and elegant cabin design. That's a good thing really, as it's so fast that most owners will never actually get to experience its full speed, but at least they do get to experience its luxury. As would be expected, there's lots of leather everywhere, including all over the dash. There's a variety of color options available, but a popular one seems to be this brown and black combination. Still, Bugatti would surely be happy to accommodate if a customer wanted a unique color scheme. As long as they had $1 million or so extra, of course. Bentley Flying Spur Mulliner. Bentley describes the Flying Spur Mulliner as their luxury pinnacle, and coming from them, that's quite something. The Mulliner is essentially the even fancier edition of the already very fancy Flying Spur, their flagship sedan model. Bentley's interior designs have long been among the best in the game, but with this model, they've really outdone themselves. It's hard to imagine anyone who wouldn't want to drive around in those quilted leather seats given half a chance. Land Rover Range Rover SV Autobiography. Most Range Rovers are built for the owner to be the driver, but not the SV Autobiography. Toyota Century. This luxury limousine from Toyota is their most expensive production car, and yet most people outside of Japan will have never heard of it. That's because it's only sold in their home country, and it costs just under $200,000. Not only that, but there's reportedly a lengthy waiting list to get one. Like the Range Rover above, this is a car that's designed for the owner to be chauffeured around in. It's the Japanese equivalent of a Rolls-Royce, albeit with a focus on discreet comfort rather than anything flashy or lavish. It's also about the only luxury car that can be optioned with fine cloth seats instead of the usual leather ones. Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. The Mercedes S-Class has been a top-selling luxury favorite for several decades now, but this new model from Maybach puts an even more regal spin on it. It's an S-Class, but better, with even more attention to detail, even more expensive materials used, and an even higher price tag. It carries a starting price of $185,950, which can easily be pushed over $200,000 if a few extra options are added on. S-Classes are also famed for their extreme depreciation, so this is one of the few cars on this list that us regular folk might actually be able to get our hands on in 20 years or so. Rolls-Royce Phantom. The king of kings, the Rolls-Royce Phantom reigns supreme over all other cars. It's the most luxurious, the most opulent, and any other superlative that anyone wants to throw at it. It's famed for having features such as the Starlight headliner, which mimics the sky on a clear night. It also comes with a built-in champagne cooler and crystal glasses for serving in. In fact, there isn't much that someone couldn't opt into a Phantom, as Rolls will pretty much add anything if the buyer's got the money. Being able to build a $450,000 plus car exactly the way you want it? Now that's ultimate luxury right there.